Ready for a quick one? This is a follow-up from the original Shadow Backstabber build that we did way back on Father's Day in 2021. With the release of the Thief Codex, a lot has changed for Backstabbers, also known as muggers. And I would say that we've been asked for this video for quite some time now. So with that, guys, sit back, grab yourself a beer, and let's talk about it. Starting with the template, guys, camping at 120. Camping not only gives us a damage buff, but it also increases our weight capacity. I think if we have both strong boxes unlocked, we could carry around 60,000 gold out of the dungeon. Tracking for 120, I don't believe I would actually allow myself to get 60,000 gold, but if I did, I'd feel quite a bit more safe with the maximum amount of tracking available, as well as, once again, more damage buff. Also, it will allow us to hamstring the target, which is very, very handy in setting up for another mugging. Stealth at 120. Your backstab damage is further increased by your stealth skill. Also, when we get the Thief Codex, we gain a slight damage bonus for each step unused. Hiding 100. I mean, you gotta hide in order to stealth, right? So duh. Stealing at 100. This is how we mug. So now when we backstab, we're gonna steal gold, which also, by the way, it doesn't actually affect the gold that the creature has in their bag already. Furthermore, we have a chance to steal black goods, which could yield us anything from an extremely common seed to the very sought after thief antiquities. Arms lore at 80. This is primarily for the disarm, thus increasing the amount of our backstab damage significantly. Swordsmanship or whatever weapon skill to 80. Now, you may drop tracking or camping down to 100 and then put this actually up to 100, just depending on whatever your accuracy is. Keep in mind, accuracy is increased by 25% on backstab attempts. So, depending on your aspect level or magic weapon, adjust accordingly. At tier 7, which is what this video was filmed in, we had a 66% base accuracy. So, we had a 91% accuracy on backstab attempts. We did test all weapon schools, but I found swordsmanship to be my personal favorite with a bardish or halberd. Also, when backstabbing, you gain 25% in triggering weapon special. So this at times gave us a bleed on the target as well. For fencing, a short spear or pitchfork deal the most damage to high armor targets, lowering the defense of the target as well. Some may choose archery and use a heavy crossbow. Those hinders sure are nice for setting back up for our mugging. Lastly, for masoning, any staff in the staff family will do nicely. Now onto the aspect. This one's easy. Shadow for the armor and the weapon. More stealth steps, more mugging damage, even healing as you stealth away if you do take damage. Now onto the Thief Codex. Extortion for 1 point. This is going to give us 7% more chance to increase gold we steal by 100%, as well as give us an extra black goods if we do happen to get one. Overlooked for 6 points. Now this increases gold stolen by 12%, but it also reduces the aggro range of monsters by 3 tiles, which helps tremendously when setting back up for another mugging. Ransack for 1 point. This will help increase our damage by 1% for each unused stealth staff when we make our mugging attempts. Ruffian for 6 points. This is what allows us to not have to use tactics. It gives us up to 100 points of stealth, giving the same effect as tactics would have. Shadow Hands for 6 points, similar to the previously mentioned, but hiding does this for snooping. Now onto the Weapon Codex. I'd probably go with Flaying Stance in the Swords Codex since the weapon special chance is increased by 25%. We oftentimes get bleeds, and it just feels really nice seeing big bleeds as you're waiting for your next mugging attempt to be ready. If I was doing fencing, I'd go with Blackguard. Some may be thinking of using poisoning in your skills as well, which Fang would be great. But honestly, that could be another template or video. Comment below some of the new templates that you'd like me to do next. For archery, as long as your first shot is next to the target for mugging, I'd go with long shot for easier hiding back into the shadows, or arcane if accuracy is needed. For macing, if I could sacrifice the accuracy, wild swing would be great. Otherwise, I'd probably go with sunder. Now onto the links. Obviously, Slayer links are king. If you have a favorite dungeon, these are key. Outside of that though, damage to creatures above 66%, as well as backstab links. For testing purposes in this video, we had 2 silver of each of the previously mentioned. And there you have it guys, the mugger / backstabber shadow template. It's been a long time coming, so I do apologize for being so late on this one. I know that the old one has been catching a lot of traction and that one's just very outdated. With that though guys, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to the Patreons, the channel members, and you for liking this video, because it truly does help my channel, but also it helps UO Outlands in discoverability. Make sure and check out the live streams most evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. Other than that guys, I'll see you next week. Pawn Star Gaming